Hey YouTube, how you doing YouTube? Right? How's the alphabet company doing? The alphabet, creation of words, the dictionary, equations. Can we create equations with words, riddles and rhymes? We can talk about math through words. We can talk about an equation. So how about a word equation? The equation of words. Using what has already been used before, but with a little twist. Where we once matched up 1 plus 1, I'm going to create every single letter in the alphabet as number 1 with reason in time. With reason in time. That means if I decided I can make Z26 with reason in time, it will tell me what that A is, the spirit in the B world, in the half-life. Anytime 2 goes with 6, okay, you cannot be on your face and your butt at the same time. If you throw a coin in the air and when it lands, it has to be it's the head or the tail. It's not going to land on its side. So there's always going to be around the side. These are the equations that come from. Someone is yelling. Hold on a second. Is that what I should do? I need a little vibration. A little vibration. I was in a tone. I was sort of, it was the music that brought me to have this thought. See, now that I thought about something else, I lost my thought. So where was I with this next thought? Yes, the alphabet. A dice cube. I don't know if I want to start on first. I want to start on one of the reasons I'm actually here right now is because I was writing something. It's too bad I can't pause it. Hold on a second. Okay, here it is. I was writing something, okay, to somebody, and an equation just came out of it, and I'm going to show you what I'm writing. I have to take the camera. I have to match this up here. I have to match this up. Hold on. And if you want, I just want to tell you exactly, like somebody might say, why are you here? Why do you bother coming here? Your videos aren't watched. It's not about what you watch today. It's what might be watched in the future. It only takes one person that gets a new piece of information that finishes off the puzzle, whichever puzzle it is. It doesn't matter. This is for art and entertainment, but in my art and entertainment, there is a precision. And the precision is about matching with the smartest creations, or a creation that's being used all the time the same way by the whole entire world. And one of it is the keyboard. So for all of you thinks there's a formation here just at random, there is no random. This happened for a reason. And remember, these are all the tools. It doesn't mean you need all of them. So then we create situations, what we need and what we don't need. What is left over, what can we do with what is left over? Just like a cell. The elements of creating one cell and then adding on that to extend it. Once you use more than, I think it's 3 elements inside a creation of a cell, then you automatically you have, I don't know, a tri-cell, maybe you can call it, but you need 2 will only make an average between 2, and the third one will automatically be created from the first 2. So by adding 3, you now have 1 2 1 3, that's 2, and then you have 2 3 is 3, and you got all of them is 4. I'm not sure where I was going with that. So anyways, let me just get on. You are watched. You are watched. I don't know if I'm watched, but I'll tell you one thing. I went from 2019, about 1,400 or 1,500 people on the channel. And for a big shot, I did some kind of video. And it's not one of those roulette videos, okay, where I seem to have, like, out of the 500,000 views on the channel, I think 400,000 is somebody like the roulette. So like I'm being watched by very few individuals, but that's okay because everybody that is watching is being watched, and everything everyone thinks is being written. For every breath we take within inside this soul, it is numerated through our CPU, Old Mother Hubbard's cupboard, where everything passes. And when you go to the bathroom, to the throne, when that came up 2 years ago where everybody was buying out the toilet paper, there's a reason for it. Whether the reason can come from the game of chess, checkers, whether the reason can come because somebody jumped on a camel's back or onto a horse in the horse race, I don't know. I don't know what the element is. I don't know if you're being pulled by a sleigh, if you're one of the Starbucks. You know what? You need at least 4 Starbucks. The 5th one is free. What is that reason? Because by putting 4 Starbucks, you get the 5th one in the center connector. Where do I get this? Because a buck is a reindeer. And on the Canadian quarter, we have a reindeer telling me it's about number 25. And then everything that relates to number 25, even up to where QC, the gateway, Quebec, Jesus Christ, the gateway. They didn't say any of this. These words are real. The words exist. Now, does the person exist in your mind? If it does exist in your mind, I will tell you it comes from Kaba. It comes from the cube. It comes from Rubik's Cube. And it comes from understanding your calculator, the ATM machine in comparison to the telephone. Now, I'm telling you now before it goes away, take a look at some of the, when you go to pay with your PayPass already, okay, look at the number 1. Check whether there's a Q and a Z on the number 1, and then you will look on the 7. There will be no Q, and on the 9, there will be no Z. 88, all watches are watched, all watch. Oh, we're being watched. We're being watched for sure. For sure we're being watched. You know what's funny? I like what the system does, although I rarely ever look at it. It's right next to me because it's formation. It's formation. And you can do things to it. You can do a lot of things to it. Like in the last row of the reverse key, or you can do it to all of them. Divide everything by 3. Everything by 3. And then we can put it into a new house or multiply it by 3 and see where we get to. Because if you multiply all the numbers on here by 3, you will end up with a single-digit Pythagorean count of 3 numbers. And those 3 numbers are 3, 6, and 9. That's all that will be. Now, if you divide it by 3, anything to do with 147 will end up to the pointage of 333. Anything to do with 258 will come up to a pointage of 666. And anything to do with 369 will come out to 1243. Now I need a drink of water. Okay. I'm going to go to the kitchen, get a drink of water. I'm very happy that I reset this apartment. It was so cluttered up before. Yeah, I have this in the middle right now. I'm painting my new table I just built out of some scrap wood. I made my first table. So I made even a sliding drawer. However, it's very hard to build when you don't use clips and clamps. And now the floor is free. I mean, now we can see clearly the entire floor. Oh, I gotta take this phone call. So give me a minute. Hold on. Give me a minute. Yes, hi. Hi. Well, Matt. I need to put a camera by your house. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Right. It's crazy, eh? It's crazy. Right. Did you have any of the other leases that you signed with him? You said you have a copy of them? Not the leases, but the papers that every year for the augmentation, the two choices. You have those papers? Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know they gave us a paper with two. Okay, very good. That's very good. Right. 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 Okay, listen, I have to call you back. I'm in the middle of a video and I can't take any more time and I want to talk to you more. So I'll remind you where we are. Is that okay? Do you understand? Wow. Yes, so a friend of mine is being ripped off by her landlord, and she was telling me the story. So I got to tell her. So now I have to write her, it's a live video. Now she hung up on me. I'm trying to help somebody. Every time I try to help somebody. Anyways, let's get back into the game. Co-ed. Now, what is that? That's very funny that you said it. Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. Oh my God. Co-ed. I can't believe you said that. You can go co-ed. You can go code red. You can go co-ed. Co-ed. What is that in school when it's co-ed? Is it the same co-ed? Is that both sexes? What is co-ed? I need to see the abbreviation. A female student at a co-educational institutions. They're going co-ed in September. What is full meaning of co-ed or relating to a co-ed or relationship? Co-education, co-ed, or to use both men and women as co-ed softball team. Okay, that's the one I was looking for. And they go, oh, or both men and women. It's like, that's what was first in my dictionary. So is this what you mean, Mr. Messer, if you're the sole person that's still here, besides Mr. Watkins? It's all in the code, absolutely. And the code is AB. AB, the code is AB. The code is Uncle Abe George Washington is in the code. 1771. Everybody's talking about QAnon. Everybody's talking about Q17. Everybody says we need a minion for 10. Everybody says location is 1020. Everybody knows that in the French language, when you're counting, once you get after 69, the next one is 60 and 10. At 80, it's 420s, looking at 4 locations from the center point. Which location will you go out, or will you go northwest? The in-between location between north and west will be northwest. It's a halfway point between the two on a 45-degree angle, stretching out your arms. What is it? 515. What is the size of your body? What is the division of 3? Well, 3 cubes, okay, has a division between Windows 10 and Windows 11. And I ain't joking. Look up the game of a game that they use the dice cubes and odds with the dice cubes, and the game is called Sick Bow. All my information comes from games. All my calculations comes from a calculator. Some of the equations of dividing by 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever number it is, has all reason, and reason comes from the configuration of how everything works. We have a 5-day work week to a 2-day weekend. You play a baseball game, when it's in extra innings, you call it the 10th inning. But in French, you call it Sunday, because in French, the French word is dimanche. And manche in baseball is an inning. In the 10th inning, they say 10, which is 10. 10 is a minion. Why 10? Because it is the connection between 1 and 9, in which creates 0, 1, and all. Why does Fibonacci happen the way it does? Why is binary code, and is there a design for binary code? And what is the reverse binary code? It is 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5. 3, no, it's 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 5. Even though the original, did I get this right? I think I got this wrong. Let me see this again. No, I got this wrong. I'll show you it. It's the forward Fibonacci is this: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And the cube stops at 32. The beginning of the next cube is going to be at 64. And this is going to be low. And this is going to be high. So what 3 and 2 is 5. 6 and 4 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So now we have the letters J involved in this, the 10th letter and the 5th letter. And we're going to put the A for number 1. Mars is this number, 51. So we're connected over here. Now this is just this is where I found it. This is why I'm saying it, because this is where I found it, and that's what it says where it is. That's why I say these things for these numbers. Okay, I know 64 is for the word 0. Zion, Israel. I know that it'll create 24 and 10 if you multiply it and add it. And this is a Roman numeral. And the Roman numeral of X is the 24th letter, but the value is 10. So J comes into the house as A, B, C, D join each other. When A, B, C join each other, if it was in the Olympics, you would have first. You would have second. You would have third. And you will have fourth. If you come into this world where AA 1 and 1 meet into the E worlds, you will have standard death. A, B, C, D. If you have A and B, you will have stand. And what do you stand on? You stand on 17. If it's a soft 17, this is what it'll look like. And if it's a soft 17, there's your 1 and there's your 6. You're standing. You're standing on the house of your division. The house of DC, 4 times 4 equals 16P. 4 plus 4 equals 8H. The reverse of 4 is 3, because we're going to use 2 cubes. Is 3. 3 times 3 equals 9I. So if you just do 4 and 3, 4 by 4, 3 by 3 equals to 16 equals to 0.9. This will equal to this, and this will equal to this, and this will be pi, will be the word 25. And now we can go back into the reindeer. I didn't get something to drink, and I'm thirsty. Let me see the next. What was the next one? Other dude said, all in the code, all in the co-ed, where you come from. Okay, I have to, okay. In the co-ed, because I can see a lot of things, because I'm distributing my information here, but I'm being fed the information by virtue of my perception. What comes from elsewhere, delivered, I don't know how it's delivered. It's delivered in the air, so it's coming from the ground. It's vibrated through. It's almost like the music is playing, but we hear it otherwise to a different tune. Although I'm not singing, but he bends so just words. Let me get a drink. Hey, kitty cat. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'll see how long I can let the paint last like this. Let me see this. Okay. I had a wedding last week, and now a man and a woman made me. So you have an M, male and female, male and female. So the male and female creates me. But to create the male and the female, they needed a male and a female and a male and a female. Okay, so that would be my parents and my grandparents. But if I have my great-grandparents, I would have to have a male and a female to a male and a female. Okay, and this one creates a P for a person. Let me see if I can calculate this. A male and a female, and a male and a female each create a child. These two come together, and this becomes a male and a female create a child. Okay, I'm just trying to see it. So there's the parents to them, and they're the parents to them, and these parents came over here to create another child. So 2 creates 1 equaling to 3, 2 creates 1 equaling to 3. Then these two come together. These same ones come together over here. So we still have, at this point, we have 6. Now they create the 7th one child. Now, if we back it up one, this male had a male and a female, and this male had a male and a female, and this is a male and a female and a male and a female. So we'd have this lineup over here. And this would be the mother and the father, the mother and the father. They each had a child each, and those 2 childs got together, okay, and had this child. And then the same thing happened here. So it'd be 1, 2, created 6, and they got together to create 7. Now 7 and 7 got together, made it 14, and now 7 and 7 got together, and that's where Christ matter comes in. I'm not sure if I got the numbers right, but what this has to do with, it has to do with the great grandparents, and then it has to do with the grandparents, and then it has to do with the parents, and then it has to do with the child. So you have to, in order to have, I'm just trying to see if I really want to go down this street. So you have the great grandparents, okay, on each side of the family. So that's me, 2 and 2 is 4.
to the two people that get together. So you have two here and two here. They each create one. These two came together to create one. So now to this one here, you'd need 2, 2, 2, and 2. So the grandfather and the grandmother, and the grandfather, the grandfather and the grandmother, okay, each came together to create a child that came together. The same thing here is 2. And these two came together. Oh my God, I can't even figure it out. Somebody help me. I think I'm going to go back to working on what I was. Okay, red blood. What that was that number for blood? And there's 2 zeros inside of blood. Blood, bleed, bled. So now, just like in feed fed, I now have bleed bled, in which is telling me that fed means with one E, it's already happened, and feed is in the present. So now if you're going to go to me with blood, I would say it would be in the present. Blood is number 27. It is the gateway in Venus, which the question is, the gateway in Venus, are those our eyes and our ears, things of ones and things of twos? Between Mercury and Venus, they didn't have any moons. Somehow this hell is the only reason we're here. This whole thing exists for us. It just didn't happen like that. Where we live is here for us. Any relationship that is pushed off somewhere else is for reason, okay, based on your own perception. With what reason would you believe that it had to be passed off onto somebody else or somewhere else? My educated guess or belief, hypothesis, theory, conspiracy is that if everybody knew the same thing, then no one would be able to take advantage of anybody else or manipulate it if we all knew the same thing. But we were given the freedom of polarity to know everything, and everybody went down their own street to learn the little bit that they knew, and we come together and we should share it all and then flourish together. Okay, 4 generations happens, maybe 5. No, but I don't want to go past, I don't want to go past the basic usage, because it's like playing any of the games. They sometimes in games, they'll add on different things, like they'll add on different things in poker, things that are not noted before, they're add-ons into the game. Like in the game of craps, you can call out a number and they'll pay you a special amount. And so there's add-ons. And I know, again, back to something I saw many years ago. I forget what it is, something to do with sports. I don't remember what it was. It was like, anyways, all this casino stuff is, there's rules and regulations, things that change. Anyways, the information has been slowed up. And how would, if we were analog, however you want to call us, by breathing in the air and the information, would you say we're like the horse and buggy? Like this body, we're not really digital up to date, plug me in, I'm on the internet. No, we got to work for it. You got to work for the survival. The mind has to work for the survival. And what do we need to survive from? We need to survive from nature, is what I believe. I believe nature is running. There could be something else that happened that's the complete opposite, because nature knows that it destroys and it grows back again. It comes back again. Well, not all of it, and not always in the same form. So what I believe the base is, and I still didn't finish with the standard, and I'm going to get back onto the 4th generation and the red blood, is that let's look at a computer or anything to do with the internet or creating programming, and I know nothing. Slow down the information. Do we make it hot? Do we make it cold? But if the information is coming down a river, you freeze the river as much as you can to slow down the information. Maybe slow down the fish and go inside on number 41 and see if you can get the fish. Why number 41? April 1st, April Fool's Day, the 91st day of the year, 13 times 7, the deck of cards, 13 times 7, 91. May 1st is 11/11, 121st day of the year. Unless it's a leap year, it's 122. That'd be 11/11 and 1. So they slowed down the information, they picked out pieces and parts, and now there's only so much information they can suck out and hide from us for a certain period of time before a new piece of information comes in under the same strand of networking of numbers. So now they have to release this information onto us, and boom, the next generation gets a little bit smarter. They add on something, they take something away. They change Mother's Hubbard's cupboard, the PCU. Why PCU when I say that phrase? Because CUP is cup, board, motherboard, old Mother Hubbard. And then they say, what's in old Mother Hubbard's cupboard? And then they start talking about, I'm trying to, Miss Molly's, and all these psychedelics and stuff. And then you start watching Alice in Wonderland, and I'm trying to figure, you know, Alice in Wonderland for the kids, and they're showing them to take a magic mushroom to grow bigger and smaller, and all these kids shows. I mean, if you take a look at it, it's more like adult shows, but the kids are watching it because it's funny. They think it's funny because they don't understand it better than it is, you know. So they freeze all of this, and then what happens? We have ice walls that are gathering everywhere, and the temperature is cold and hot. Is how the information gets released, because let's look up this information right here. How much water is in a human?
About 60%. According to USGS.gov, in adult men, about 60% of their bodies are water. However, fat tissue does not have as much water as lean tissue.
Fat tissue does not have as much water as lean tissue. In lean tissue, but it's crazy. They said 60%, but check what they're showing me. The brain 75%, the blood 83%, the heart 79%, bones 22%, the muscles 75%. So where's the 60% come in? I don't know, but it's okay, because look where it comes from. Right? Once they're involved, you ain't going to get the right number. How many gallons? 101.5. Not sure what I want to do with those numbers, but it's another equation. Just give me a second. I have to lower my screen here. Let me see where I was. There's so many things going on. I'm going to get a drink of water. Just want to, maybe I'm going to just lean this on the floor for a minute. I want to go to the fridge. Maybe I'll just lean this on the floor. I'm going to be taking 1 minute. I got to go to the washroom as well. So let me see. Can I get this on the floor? Okay, just give me a second here. Okay, just look at that. That is the roulette board. Okay. Not sure if you can see it. This one here is binary code. Real quick before I get back onto, each one of these is 36 numbers in roulette. Here, 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 and here. This is your base creation of 108 numbers. But now to mirror it, I have to flip it up this way, and this one, and this one. So it's 216. And then I have to flip it down this way, this one, this way. So it becomes 324, or 18 by 18. 324, 234, your vibration. And that is a basic, okay, for a linear, it's not square. It's not square. It's not square. It's not square. It's a triangular, and then it becomes rectangular. And anyways, I'm not going to get into that. I don't even remember where I was. I want to just continue on to 4 generations happen, maybe 5. Let me go to here. Now finish with the red blood. You see, red is 27, but how do you really want to look at this word? Because they have ed to end words. They never start a word with ed unless they're starting it with education. That would be pretty funny. So things with the beginning of ed or ed to add on to a word, or re to begin a word, saying re, okay, we're talking about D, the red blood, because we were the mirror image creation. So we're talking about the TH, the time heaven. TH, what happens? It starts at 4th and it ends at 12th. Starts at 4th. And that is found in the game of pool. It is royal. The 4 and the 12 ball in the game of pool are purple. Total is 16 for the house we come. 3 by 4 is your 12. The 4th one is 16. 4 by 4 is 16. It's a house of phi, PH and I. The reverse, the house is DC. 4 by 4, 4 plus 4, P and H. Reverse of 3 by 3, I. Or if you just do it once, it becomes PI. 4 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 2. 4, 2, the cat's house, the cat's eye. I, the cat's eye, yes. The moon, the one moon of Mercury, the 2 eyes of Venus. See, it has to be this way. It has to be this way with this arm or this way with this arm. So that's another significance for me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's that what you can't do or is awkward with your hands or your feet or your head or whatever it is, it's a story. So I'm able to do this, this, and this. I'm able to do this, but I can't do this. And if I did it, I'd have to be like this. But I can do the left arm this way, and I can do the right arm this way. And in French, those are called, they put them on usually the letter E, and one is called aigu, and the other one is called, I think it's called grave, right? And because it's a word, it's telling you a story, what it started with, what the letter count is, the reverse alphabet, 4 letters, 108. But when I go to 108, the French have told me, because of number 80 and how they say it, that when you're going to say 80, you're going to go 4 times 20. So you've now individualized all the 20s. Okay, I don't want to get into that because there's no perfect math to, there's a perfect math to the explanation, but I don't think it's going to, I don't want to create any tails or anything. So we were with red, we were with a G, the slants over the E. The E, I mean, and things you have to put things together in your own mind. The E and the G look the same. The E and the G look the same. This is a G, sorry, this is a G, and this is an E. Well, that's not the E I wanted to put. I wanted to, hold on a second. This is the E. Okay. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen it before. In certain situations, if you flip that E upside down, it could be mistaken on square paper. You're seeing it being driven from the center. Okay. But on square paper, it doesn't look the same. You can't do the same. It's either a 45-degree angle or it's straight. If you want to crack anything different than 45 degrees, you're going to have to go to the next area space in order to get there. For instance, here's the corner. Here's my 45 degrees. If I want to go to over here in this place, I must go to the next area and go over here. I must always reach a point or a line because that's how construction is. That's how I understood it in construction. Now, you see this one? I'm going this one because it's singular. I'm just going with that one because it's singular, and then I'm going to finish off on a 45-degree angle. Anyways, I just mirrored it. I didn't even want to talk about that. Forget it. I don't even know why. Anyways, this is standard depth, and I was saying how the alphabet was running or numbers were running is that fourth is the first of its kind, and what happens just like when you join A and B, 1 and 2, you are now joining 4 and 5 is just like 1 and 2. Not only is it on the next line, the beginning of the next line in the rotation of numbers, okay? What happens is in the first house, it's an ST. In the second house, it's an ND. In the third house, it's an RD. In the fourth house, it's a TH, and it continues on a TH in the fifth house all the way to the 12th house. And the reason I stop at 12, okay, is because this is where the bat comes out. This is the bat, M-I-T-Z-va. The bat mitzvah. At 12 years old, the female has a bat mitzvah, becomes a woman. Not only that, what happens is at 13, it is the first of its kind because it is the first teen. So since it is the first teen, that means 14, okay, 14, okay, would have to go with 13 again, like what is A and B, the first two, because they're the first of their kind. This is, although it's 13th, right? The word teen is the first time it comes out. It is still in the TH family, but it changes. So it goes 4 over to, where did I go? Oh, yes, 4 over to 12, but there's also more divisions in this as well. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And this is, we're going to use the pool. You know, you said the blood, right? So there were 2 zeros. Okay, so it's happening now. When, if I would go, I don't know, like that, maybe it's not a word, maybe it's going to tell me something else, but I don't want to get into that. Again, we'd have to play with it to understand, to find an equation for a better understanding. So here we go, 4 through 12, and this is because it's 12. And it's a funny word, you know. I mean, 11 is a word in its own. 11, 10. Anyways, I don't want to go into this. I'm getting off the subject because there's stories and everything. So let me not go there right now. Let me continue with this over here. So it goes. So what it is it's 4 to 12. Okay. Then it's going to be what is 4, 5, because everything has to have a beginning to it, and it needs 2 steps, like A and B needed 2 steps. Now, when I took these 2 steps right away, it goes over to 9. So that is my separation. So what I do is I take out the dice cubes. I take out these 2 dice cubes, and I got 9. So 9 into 5 and 4. I got 3 into 5, 5 and 4, 9. Okay, seems to work out. Or I'm either pulling your leg. But this is one basic of doing it. There's many equations in here to understand what's happening at the lower numbers. That must happen all the way scaling up at the higher numbers. Boy, oh boy, this is so complicated. I was on something easy. The law of blood. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to finish with this. Okay, so anyways, we're going from 4th over to 12th. And then on 13th, it becomes a teen. 4th is the first of its kind. And 13 is the first of its kind. Well, I can just mark oink, okay? And this goes all the way up until 17th, Okay, this will go 13 to 17. Okay, this is again still another teen. And sorry, not 17, to 16. 16. It's going to go to 16th. Okay, and then it's going to change again because 17th, 18th, and 19th. Okay, these teens. Okay, are different. These teens come together 16, 17, and 18. Whoop, 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 whoop. Going too fast. Going too fast. 17, 18, and 19 come together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. In all actuality, it should be 4 all the way over to 9, then to 12. Okay. And then we're going to go 13 all the way to 16. And then we're going to go 17 and 18 and 19. And the reason for this, okay, does anybody know the reason? Here, I want to look back. I go Red Cross code applied to the blood. Honor thy mother and thy father. Honor. If you write in capitals, it's going to help me see a little bit better. I mean, something to do with the word north. The word NO, since I began, okay, is the golden division. Okay, it's the golden division of the gate of the heavens. CTH, that's 28. That's the cycle of our moon. Mercury and Venus. They have no moons
because they're part of us. Mercury and Venus, built inside of us. I don't know how. I don't know what it means. It's a little bit of a message I got somehow because they have no moons. Either that or they are what controls moons. And isn't it funny that Mars and Mars has 2 moons? Wouldn't it be funny if you had phobias and demons? Because look up the names of Mars moons, Phobos and Deimos. Anyways, let's get back to the numbers. I'm going to grab another drink. I get really thirsty when my mind is going. You know what? I really have to make a phone call, and I don't want anybody to go away. I'm going to finish with this, and I'm going to come back again. You know that? Because yeah. Okay. 1 second. You want to go out? You want to go out? Come on. Yeah, okay. So this is what it is. The law of blood. Do not understand. Do understand. Okay. If we look deep enough, we can create an equation to give every letter its own description. And when you put the 2 together, you can tell a story between the 2. And every letter already has a story because the reverse alphabet is 27. The half alphabet is 13.5. Matter, energy, and the sun, 135, even related in the game of pool. The orange ball, the 5 ball, and the 13 ball, one's a stripe, one's a solid. I didn't create anything. I'm just reading everything that was served to us on a silver platter. I never get high grades. Don't need high grades. Don't need to finish all the equations to the end either. As long as we know that the equation can go to at least one step. That's all we need, is one equation to go one step, like number 29. Going that one step with number 29, actually, that's two numbers. So why don't we just take one step with one number? 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1 equals to 3. That is your creation of 1 and 1. It is 3. It automatically divided everything. That means Mars must be in between everything. One of everything. Here is what I call Earth. Here is what I call Mars. In Earth, I have a center. In Mars, I only have a dot that separates everything. Here I have a core, here I have a dot. So what do I have? Can we call it 0, 1? 0, 1. 0, 1. Or 1. Anyways, this is just hypothetical, just to note that the smallest size of what is the creation of Mars, okay, is 4 areas. Before Earth can become Earth, it needs a single area, Mercury. And it's planted right over here. But it's planted in the 5th position. How can we get into the 5th position? The beginning was 1 and 1. 1 times 1 equals to 2 equals to 1. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 5. And now we're in position by the beginning of 1 and 1. And this can be noted as 1221. If you want to look at it that way, 33 or 55 coming into the game. We have more than one cube. We play the game with 2 cubes. What are the rules and regulations of games that use 1 cube? What are the rules and regulations of games that use 2 cubes? Well, in Monopoly, when you own electric company, okay, but not waterworks. S is for AI. EC number 53. This is what comes out of this. Number 53 came out of this. Electric company. Herbie the car. It is roll the dice, and I think it's 5 to 1. If you own 2 properties, you get 10 times or 5 times. I don't remember what they are, but those are the rules in the games delivered to us. I just want to look into the camera. You know what? I was told many times by a few people, not many, you talk too fast. People don't understand you. You shouldn't be on for more than 5 minutes. Well, let me tell you one thing. There's a big reason why I'm on, and it's not just for you. It's for me also. But if I'm not sharing that coherently, that somebody can understand, then why speak at all? Sometimes the river goes so fast and creates so many branches that I have to take only one branch and speak about it. If somebody can be taking notes of everything else that goes along, if we can be putting this into a computer program, we can see exactly how the leaves or the vines, how the trees are coming together, different scenarios because of one word, 13. What is special about 13 or 1 and 3, and pending how you got to be 1 and 3? And I don't have an answer other than creating a utility box. We're plumbers, let's say. and we need elbows, and we need the nipples, and we need the ends that close, and we need the glue that goes on, and we need the white tape, and where we're using plastic, and we're using plastic for plumbing, so we need a saw maybe to cut it into shape, what you could do, what you shouldn't do, what works, what doesn't work. But it only works because, well, it hasn't broken yet, so we know it works. When it breaks in 95 years, well, you were still a good plumber, broke 95 years later, maybe it shouldn't count. So we have to build and understand how all these things work. If I say nipple, okay, you don't know what I'm talking about. If I say pigs, like pigtails, you're talking about the two wires and twisting them together and then put on a marette. And I'm not talking about the things you shake, but this little cap that goes over two wires to keep them whatever for danger. So now that the word danger comes in, it tells another story. So where was I? Who's taking notes on where I left off? The law of blood. Okay, so B, oh my God, the law of blood, oh my God. If we look at this in another context, okay, B is also created by the 1 and the 3 coming together. The backbone of the B is the letter I. And then the 3 is actually the E. So it's I and E coming together. I and E saying 5 and 9, I and E. Where is 4? Whoop. Where is 4 and 1 is 6 and 3. Now, if everything I'm doing is not real, and if I can't find it somewhere, I ain't going to show you. So we have to back up and see what I just did. Because what happens, let me take another look at that, right? The 5 and the 9, hold on a second. The 5 and the 9, the 5 and the 9, hold on a second. Wow, I'm a little lost. The 5 and the 4 is 9. This is the roulette board. This is the roulette board. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. And here there's a singular. This is the beginning. Now we have a selective with the X in the center. The 24th letter, the 24th letter, the 24th letter. Reverse 3, 3, 3. So it either equals to 9 or 72 and 2 and 7. So what do these mean? Is it 2 7s or 27, the reverse alphabet? It is 72. It's 3 strikes. It's 30 in bowling as they count it in the game of bowling. But you see how I started and how I ended. I only have one of these. I need another one of these and then encompassed by this one. So I need a minimum of 4 before my mirror counts. 36, 36, 36, 36. 144. 144, 1440 minutes in a day. 144 numbers. But then I must mirror down here, and I must mirror down here, and I must go 4 deep. So this must be 3, 6, 9, 12 times 108. 12 times 108. I'd have to mark it down. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. 12 times 108. 12 times 108 equals to 1296. Now, it equals to 1296, okay, that way, times 2, 1296 equals 25,920, the Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar count, which is divisible by 1,440 minutes in a day, which is divisible by 360 degrees, which is divisible about 24. The time on our clock is, did I get that number right? That's the only one I was never sure about. Let me see. Where is the calculators? My God. 25,920 divided by 24. Yeah, 1,080. 1080.
Yes, yes. As I started this video, I want to end this video with two things that I started this. Hold on, 25,920 divided by 360 is 72. And this one should be, divide this by 4 is 18. 18 times 1440 equals 2, right. Then this one is 18. If you notice 1 and 8 and 1 and 8, this one and this one comes together. This one becomes the gateway because of this number 1 and this number 80. To get to 80, it's 420. To create 80, you need root 88 to root 66, house of DC, DC. The reverse cube to all 8s is 6. The word house, planet are both 68, created by 24. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 6. These are just relationships, okay? They're just relationships. I like to call it the cat's house, the house of IE. And the reason it's the house of IE, in which to create E, you need that, and to create I, you need that. This will create I, and this will create E. Although this is the L letter, and this is the N letter, 23 and 17, when you put them together. This would end up creating the QW, which is 23, 17, and 23 equaling to 40. The gateway in Venus, Earth into the blue world. But I don't want to go into there. I'm just not brushed up on that. Sorry, I had to take you down that road. I want to show you that in French, they say 420. This is the reason I did this, in order to get 80. This is where I got my separation in numbers. I'm going to finish with this. I know I kept everybody along here. I mean, there's only one person, but that's okay. So what happens the minute you come to the TH world, it's 4th over the 12th. The reason we switch, okay, and actually it's 4th over to 9th. I have to erase that. I'm going to tell you just something. I'm going to have to write it on the other page. You see, what it is it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's the 8, and then it's 9, and then it's 10, 11, 12. Okay, this and this are different from all of these. The reason is we end up in double digits over here. We end up actually going 1, 2, 3. So we insert back to where is the blue ball is now joined by the yellow ball, to where the red ball, okay, is now joined by the blue ball, and to where the purple ball, where the where the blue ball, the red ball, hold on, this is the 2 is the yellow ball, or the 2 is the blue ball, or the blue ball, okay, hold on a second, where the blue ball meets the red ball. Where's the blue ball? Blue and red ball, okay. Blue and red ball, this is number 11. This one here, this one here, let me see, A10. So this is 10 is the blue ball, and A is the yellow ball 1. So this is 10 and 1, and this is 11 and 2. And the next one is the red ball, and the red ball and the purple ball. And that'd be 3 and 12. So this is one of your bases. The reason this is separated, because the 8 ball separates everything in pool. It's also the last ball, as so is the 7 noted as the last ball in the first set. So you notice there's no ABC over here, but it moves over here to what is number 4. It's relationship. So the beginning is fourth, the first house of time heaven, number 28. In order to run a cycle, fifth, 28. Sixth, 28. Now the question is it 4 times 28? The TH is a value of 28. So I'm starting at fourth, the number fourth. So I'm just going to count how many THs. I'm not going to count this to start. Although the letters in here are fed, like Federation. This is a moon cycle, 84 days. This is a full moon cycle. We can stop right here. And this is found on the 5 key. Funny the way these 3 letters come together on the 5 key. And there's a game of cribbage. Anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. I want to finish off with this. I need to get another drink. Just let me come back. Don't know who's watching. I'm being blocked all over. Water and humans. Love to hear they did that. People didn't get smart, my opinion. Love to hear Mighty Messer, 4 generations, happy. They love to hear that they did, though. Water and humans, huge implications on numbers. Water, okay. Water is H2O, only 2 protons, 2 electrons, hydro, 8 of all of 3 are net 2, okay. That would be a great subject. That would be a great subject, a really good subject. One of the thing is that H20 looks like to me. It not only looks like H20, H is hugging the 2, and there's a separation. So I need to understand why there's a separation. And then you write 2 protons, 2 electrons. Now, I don't know if I want to put S in any of it, but when S is included, the S letter is the 19th letter, but it's an assimilation of what is J and I coming together, or in base value, what is AI coming together. S is AI. It's also noted that when Jesus came in here, Jesus is also noted to be je suis, meaning I am. And in the word SAI means to know. The spirit is in artificial intelligence, which is created by the DC house because of its mathematics in the system I use, which is multiplication and addition. Because as a builder, you got to reach corner to corner, or you got to draw exactly on the line. That's all I can do. I have to follow corner to corner or cut directly on the line. Or what those line is it's the outside of the panel. So if it's the outside of the panel, everything I'm going to be cutting corner to corner, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get 2 triangles. That's it. I'm getting 2 triangles out of my square. Go ahead, do what you want. 7 and 1, depending on how you hold those triangles up. Becomes the gateway. Turn those 2 triangles over each other, they become a Star of David. So you have 2 triangles. You have this triangle here, and you have what is it? 1, 2, 3, and you have I'm just going 3 by base. Okay, now what I can do to one of the triangles is I can keep that triangle and I can flip that one over. Can I flip this one over and this? Well, first of all, you tell me something. You tell me something, right? If I did that and that, would you say that and that's the same? Now this one over here, what if I, instead of drawing it this way, what if I flipped it over, right? Should I flip it over? Is that the way I drew it? Oh no, that's the way it's done. So why don't I make it larger? So I'm just going to make it larger. And then is that what I like, that one over there, right? I mean, this one over here is like this one over here is like that one over. Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't I just close it? And then I'll take this one and I'll move it into that one. And then I'll take this one and I'll move it into this one over here. I'm not really sure. Well, how many did I go out? I should have started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. And then I'd have to. How was I do? Oh, yes, yes. It's got to go something like down here and up here, right? And then I get the Star of David. At the same time, we also have drawn an intertwining cube right over here. We got a cube right over here. That's where our cube is. So how can I make that cube inside of another cube? So and we can square this all off, you know. We can just square this all off because everything has to be squared off, right? So we'd square it all off. Whoop, I didn't go down the right line. There we go. Squared it all off. Now I'm not really sure what that dimension is, but I like to call this 20 cents or 10 cents if you want. And the reason I call it this is because it's a sailboat. And that's what you find on a dime, on a 10-cent piece. However you want to spell it. You know, the entity has come in through the gateway into the e-world of creation through the sun, gate 7. Gate 27. T reverse is G. GT. So these are two sailboats, and the squares are inside of each other. Okay, I jumped off the subject of, we did the pool balls, right? We talked about the pool balls. So we go from here all the way to here in pool for TH before it becomes a teen. So in 13, and then in 14, and then in 15, right? Inside the teens. So when we do that, we now include 4, 5, and 6. So now we're including what began 4, 5, and 6, and the game ends without coming back to the 7th gate. We go right over here. We skip the 7th gate from 6, and we win the game in 8. So it's the house of DC. Here's your 2 and your 6, and you flip over the dice, and you got 51, the house of Mars. And you have 4 and 4, and you flip your dice, you got 33, you got mass. And you have 5 and 3, and then you have 24, you got the EI world. Reason for EI, because the dice cube says it. There is your I. 5 and 4 is 9. The 9th letter is the letter I. You flip it over, you're going to have 32, which is the 5. 3 and 2, BC. 5. The reason for this, that I put this together, is because 84 days, 3 moons, 84 equals to 4 cubes, 4 cubic dots, or 33 times 4 equals to 132. And, oh my God. Sorry about that. My leg. I'm going to get a glass of water. Oh, I got right here. Yeah, my leg is really, really painful. What things turn into, what things turn into in order to become what they are. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can pan my way through this. If I've missed something, if you're mixed up, I'll bring up a new subject and hopefully I can stay on it. In numbers, TH, when you say the word fourth, it's the first time it happens. It ends at 12 because 13 becomes 13. There's an added on. It no longer becomes a word. It becomes a series. I go from 13 and I count over to 16. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16. For the reason that when you get to 17 in French, okay, they will break down the 17 in French They will break down the 17 in French, and they will say it as 10-7. 39 and 65 equals to 104. 10-4 communication. 65 equals to 95. Okay. The reduction from 104s to 95. Neptune, add 10, minus 20. Where did this come from? Why did I start this video? Is because something I wrote and I never finished. And it's right over here, and I'm going to read it to you. Whoop. Hold on a second. I don't know. Okay. It's right over here. We're talking about golden angels. Okay. So I'm thinking goal. When it's not a goal, it's golden. Why is the nest golden? How they exchange what the L is in A? Because creation is an I, and the only way to get to I is starting by C. It takes 1 and 1 in creation. Now, this is like an opening. It's I don't even know how to describe this formation over here yet. Okay, but gold is number 38. En is 19. The total is 57. The numeric value for the moon is 57. Its division is 2 times what is added on 1 time. This becomes what is 2 parts and 1 part. This becomes 0.333. This becomes 0.666. The gold and the connection is 333. Pig's pregnancy, 333. 3 by 3 by 3, it becomes the cube. 1 empty space. Gel, 15 for AN, 14th and first letter. Gel, 7, 5, and 12. GE, 5G, TV, reverse, LED. 12, 17, and 7, 24. And 15 equals to 39. Angels of the sky, 17 and 7 equals to OG. Where does the 17 come from? L and E, 17. Created through 2 numbers, either by 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, or 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. Number 7 is created, star system math, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. Where does Q and G come together? Q and G comes together right over here. QG reverse. QG reverse. Q reverse is J. G reverse is T. This is one of my big discoveries of the day, because I've been talking about where does location come from. It comes from your location of 1020. Now your 1020 and 1020 is used in French. The first time you use 10 is when you get to number 10. The second time you say 10 in French, this is the first time you say it. Then you say it here. Then you say it here. Then you say it here. And this is funny. 555 is in these. And if I don't remember why, I don't remember why. Because the reverse of 5 is 999. So, but let's leave that out. These numbers are different than all the others. It's the only IRNEW IR. Make a word out of this. This is the reverse cube. There's only 5 times 27 equals to 135. This is matter energy under the sun. Now, because I use the word the numeric value 33 and rotation of the sun, and there's an in and an out, and that rotation comes from when the word if shows up. 3 by 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 9, equals to 6, equals to 15, equals to O. So we have I, O, F. Use it any which way you want. 15, O. So when we create the 3 by 3, 3 plus 3, here's your 9, here's your 6. For my own purposes, to see what I can do in my faithful eye of art. My faithful eye of art. I just connect the dots. I don't go any further than connecting the dots. I'm not a magician. Anybody can do this. It's very simple. And I see these as an entry point this way and an entry point this way, somehow passing through what can be the sun. Now, don't forget, when you see this angle here, I can still do this and this and this and this to this open side. And then it looks like there's a little bit more dimension in it of some sort, but doesn't look like together anymore, right? Because of the lines, this one goes this way, that one goes that way. Anyways, again, so what happens with God Almighty? God help us, right? God help us. I'm showing you so many things. I'm showing you binary code. I never finished the binary code here. Oh God, where are we? 2020, right? 2022. This is a big equation, 369. It's everything divided by 3. Anyways, let's not get into that. Yeah, so this is the only house of 5 letters because the IR house, okay, the ninth house only has 2 residents. The I is the pole to what is the R and is the ring. And why do I say that? Because 18 is for R and 09 is for the letter I. This is 1/3. This is 2/3. 18 would be running under 2, 5, and 8, and 9 would be running under 1, 4, 7. 18 would run under the rule of 2, 5, and 8, and 9 would run under the rule of 1, 4, and 7. You take a cube, it has 6 sides, 3 reverse sides, 1/3. We called it cold. We call it a PCU. We can also call it a puck. We don't have to use the K because without the C, the only way C came about is the 11th letter K. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 1 times 1 equals to 1. We get 3C. So we already know because C ends there, we know it was the father, but now you're just introducing it in the puck on what is ice, right? And the cold hockey, why? Because they have 3 periods. And everybody knows every time a period comes about, it's every 28 days in the cycle of the moon. You have 3 of them. You have 84. You have the cycle of what is 4 cubics. 21 dots per each cube. You have 4 cubes. You have 84. But it only runs the cycle of 3 moons. 3 out of 13. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 3 in the house of AC/DC. Creation in the house of AC/DC. So you have the puck, you have an ice because it's 3 periods and it's 1 period. And then well, 1 period, it'll be 1/3 each period and 3 of them make a game and it totals to 60 on the clock with 2-minute penalties. I'm not going to get into that because I don't have anything constructed to that scenario right now. I'm just working with 1/3 and 2/3. And what this does in the alphabet is there any other letter in the alphabet that can do this? No, but there are other letters that create other mathematical understandings of who they are, but I'm not doing them right now. Just to note that both the pole and the ring are both numeric value 48, what looks like 84, to what the low side is 16 by 3, to what the high side is 28 by 3. The difference is 12, and because I know the total is this, I know they're talking about the purple house. The difference is 12 of 16. 4 and 12 is 16. It's only the way I see things. And the purple house is the blue cold, okay, to the red hot. Polarity. The numeric value for hot, 43. Numeric value for cold is 34. This is the house of DC. This is their house. In many things that I do, it's their house in the answer of the games. So anyways, I was talking about 1020. So I want to finish with this for those who might still be here one day to watch it. So what happens, okay, because of the word golden, angel, the word GEL Now, I'm not sure why I chose to split it like this, because I don't know why I did that. I really don't. But 7, 5, 3, 7 and 5 together, okay, is talking about the moon. It's talking about AI. 5 and 7 and 7 and 5. And then you get to number 12. Number 12 is created in this configuration. Let me see if I can figure this out. GEL. There's a configuration for this. Let me think. Yes. I'm going to start at the beginning. 1 times 6 equals 6. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Okay, 7. I'm just trying to think what the math equation is going to be. Yes, okay. The total here is 13. I'm not going to go on to the multiplication. I'm just going to extend this one wing. Then I have 13. So it's 1 times 3 equals to 3. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. Now I move on. I went from AC to DC. 4 times 3 equals to 12L. And 4 plus 3 equals to G. So you have GEL. Gel, the sound of what is gel. So that's where I always came up with this understanding. That's why I did it. So anyways, for whatever reason, okay, 17 and 7, okay, whichever way you got to it. I mean, I can get the 17 this way. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5. Oh, at least I got there through a star system, because these crossing over each other is going to create an 8 star. So we're going to get 10. Here we're going to get 0.7 for 17. Or what we're going to do for 17 is we're going to take that and we're going to go like that, equals to 8, equals to 9, equals to 17. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 8, 9, 17. This is the letter HI. This is the letter JG. They're both 17. So I began with, well, I'm not going to, okay, okay, I'm just trying to look where I'm going with this. So maybe we should, hold on a second. I want to go back. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish off with this. In French, that's where we were at. No, we're not. We're going to finish with this. 1020. 1020, the importance of the 1020, of that configuration, of that equation, is that in French, you're, okay, in order to say 70, you have to say it this way. That's the way they say it in most, here in Quebec at least, okay? And when you go to equals to 80, you're going to say 4 times 20. Okay, it sounds like it. It's not actually what it is. It says 4, which means 4, travail. Okay, 4. This to me looks like 3. Okay, so when you say 4 at the end, you're sort of like saying like 3, but it's 4. Instead of saying an A, it has an E sound. Okay, and then it's, I think, like that. And this right away is telling me about 6 Roman numerals. Although it's number 31, okay, creation of 1 through the moon instead of 1 creation. I don't know what the difference is. So this is where you get 80 from. And then after that, okay, in order to get 90, what's happening is it's 4 times 20 plus 10. So where is this 1020? This is T and this is J, and it comes from what is Q. Let me see this again. From what is Q and what is G. Okay, so Q reverse J, G reverse C. This is 27 and 27. When we count it this way, it equals to 20, 37. When I count it this way, it's 17. You know what's funny? You can go ahead 3 hours. You can go from 4:18 p.m. to 3 hours, 7:18 p.m. Nothing happened. So anyways, yeah, so this is some of the equation. And over here you have JT, which is 10, 20 is 30. And then you have 17 and 7, you have 24. So this is the base creation for 8, 6, 3, 1, 9, 9. I don't know anyways. But that's where your 10, 20 came from inside this numbers. And this is the letters that come out from it. And because it's 4 letters, each one is 27, and each group is 54 and 45. Pythagorean count. 2 plus 2 is 4. 7 plus 7 is 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. And this is where the letter EN can come out. How 14 is reduced into 5. And if it was EEN or END, well, that would be if I went 1 times 4 will equal to D. 1 plus 4 equals to E. 14 is the letter N. So now what do we have the den? Can we look at Bear's Den? Anyways, I don't want to extend the video any more than this. My leg is really, really sore. I want to see if anybody's sticking around. Nobody's written anything. Nobody's here right now. I want to thank you for watching. And that is one of the reasons for 1020 of what I see. The other thing about 1020, it can also be a combination of what happens is the last TH, okay, the last TH is 20, and the first, okay, TH is 04, is fourth. When you add them up all together, 4 through 20, it equals to 210 minus 6 equals 204, if I remember. Anyways, I mixed things up. There's a few things I didn't finish. I'm going to come back and do another video. Oh yes, the binary code. Why end it now, right? I'm on a streak. The binary code, yes. The binary code. So what I did is I went 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 75. And then when I went backwards, I went 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5. So this is forwards and this is backwards. 3, 6, 9. So this one comes out to, see, in this one I get the moon. In this one I get the house. In this one I get Pluto. And here I get the beginning of what is this creation. This over to this creation. This is where the birth comes through the gateway in the moon. The backwards and forwards of this. But we also have to understand is we have to keep going down the grade, and the grade we're going down is here presented to us on the roulette table. This is only a part dimension of it, and there's different ways to design them to see multiple relationships. And as I'm a little tired, if you want me to come back, I'm going to write down my email. I know the videos are long. Thank you for watching. GE5G